Alright, so, cool. Everything looks to be going good. I'm just gonna make sure. Of course, one thing has to be going wrong. One moment. Oh, is it because I'm not? Okay. Yep, there we go. Well, I wasn't clicked into the game. That was it. Also... push up master volume just a little bit. Cool. Is this... actually, we'll leave it down. Me just turning it. Looks to be fine. Okay, so I've done multiple game saves. This is my finished save of Hollow Knight. I don't know why I have one that's 17 hours that I never finished. And then this one was 5 minutes. So we're just going to start a new game. And we're doing a Steel Soul run. So, for anyone who has not seen Hollow Knight before, it's a good game. It's Metroidvania. And lots of fun. The main difference between a normal run and a Steel Soul run is in a normal run, if you die, the game continues, where in the Steel Soul run you die and it's over. Normal, you can go back and, pick up your geo, your money off of your corpse. This is just death is permanent. And I'll probably talk a little bit about some differences as we hit them. In the wilds beyond they speak your name with reverence and regret, for none could tame our savage souls, yet you the challenge met. Under palest watch you taught, we changed, base instincts were redeemed, a world you gave to bug and beast as they had never dreamed. From the Elegy of Hallownest by Manamon the Teacher. A while since I've seen this. And here we go. So since this is a Steel Soul run, there's some things that I should mention. Obviously, on death, we lose. And the goal is to hit credits without dying. That being said, this game actually has like 5 or 6 different endings, all depending on a few choices. but really 4 distinct endings that are not based on some very small minor changes to the ending. And we will be going for ending numero uno. The first, the most basic ending. If I manage to survive one of these runs, because we'll probably do a couple runs. Well, the goal is to survive, to finish, and be done. That being said, we may not get that done on these first few attempts, and if we don't, I'm going to be moving on to do Ori and the Will of the Wisps, and then I'll come back to this afterwards. But in any case, if I do manage on these first couple of runs to get the baseline ending, I'll stop, and then I may come back afterwards. After we do Will of the Wisps and try and get one of the later endings. But most likely I'll just kind of only do minimum amount required. If we don't manage it until after Will of the Wisps, I may still make an attempt after I'm done right away. It all depends. All depends on how I'm feeling, how long this takes, because I do have other games I want to play. As much as I like this game, the only reason I'm actually even playing it right now is because it's widely believed. I don't know if we've gotten confirmation from Team Cherry, but it is widely believed among everybody based on some information from the Xbox game show back in it was November, that we're going to see Silksong in this year. So that being said, if we're going to see Silksong, I would like to have shown this game off at least a little bit before Silksong comes out. Hopefully I'm not super rushed, but you never know. Higher words, higher beings, these words are for you alone. Within our lands, do not hide your true form. Let all bask in your majesty, for only this kingdom could produce one such as you. So I'm doing a bunch of stuff that I know about because I've played the game before. Like pogoing is a thing that eventually the game teaches you to do and gets you to be very good at it. Especially if you manage to do the hardest platforming challenge in this game, which is the Path of Pain. I have not finished the Path of Pain. At some point, I may do that on my normal file, because that's rough in general. It's a relatively safe proposition if you do it right, but still. Higher beings, these words are for you alone. Beyond this point, you enter the land of King and Creator. Step across this threshold and obey our laws. Bear witness to the last and only civilization, the eternal kingdom, Hallownest. So, we are entering Hallownest. And I'll probably be going through this pretty quick. Dirtmouth, the fading town. I do find this amusing if you don't talk to him. He gives different dialogue based on whether you walk away or anything else. Like if you actually go into the next zone and then come back, this dialogue's even more different. Oh, you've come back. You walked straight past me. I thought I'd faded away along with this town. The other residents, they all disappeared. Headed down the well, one by one, into the caverns below. Used to be there was a great kingdom beneath our town. It's long fell to ruin, yet it still draws folks into its depths. Wealth, glory, enlightenment, that darkness seems to promise all things. I'm sure you seek your dreams down there. Well, watch out. It's a sickly air that fills the place. Creatures turn mad, and travelers are robbed of their memories. Perhaps dreams aren't such great things after all. Here is our bench. It is our checkpoint system. It doesn't matter to us, because if we die, we don't go back to the checkpoint. For all your mapping supplies, we will be open soon. Iselda and Cornifer. My brain, I was like, Isabella. Nope, that's not the right name. That being said, well, I'm going to be trying to be... Okay, I also... Controller. Quick cast. Back. I think this is all my normal stuff. My brain was like, did I always have heal on that? I think I did. Because heal's a hold thing, so. Because I have I instantly, when I started playing this game the first time, I changed all my controls. These are not default controls. I don't actually know what the default controls are for this game anymore. That was helpful. So while I'm going to be trying to get through the game quickly, I am also going to be trying to do it safely, because the goal is to survive. So whatever that requires, and I should really grab the map. Because while I know Hallownest well enough, there are still some zones that I'm not going to remember quite from memory. I played this game... God, I don't remember actually when I played this game. It was a while ago. Like, I've touched it since I did my full completion, but it's still not been recently. This is Corny. He's our good friend. Ah, hello there. Come down to explore these beautiful old ruins. Don't mind me. I have a fondness for exploring myself. Getting lost and finding your way again is a pleasure like no other. We're exquisitely lucky, you and I. I'm a cartographer by trade, and I'm working on mapping this area right now. Would you like to buy a copy of my work so far? Yes. A map can be a useful thing, but it alone won't show you where you are. If you've not the head for directions, I suggest If you've not the head for directions, I suggest purchasing a compass from my wife, Iselda. She's not She's just now opening our new map shop in Dartmouth, selling all sorts of useful things to wanderers like yourself. She'll even sell some of my old maps from time to time. I pop back to see her whenever I finish mapping an area. She's always so excited to see me. So that's also them explaining that if we miss Corny ever, he leaves a little note, and the game will inform us that we can go back to the shop and pick it up. Actually, I don't know if it informs us, but that's what that is informing us of. Knowing the value of a good pogo is good and helpful. I'm definitely going to be going into areas that I probably shouldn't be at this very moment. But I'm going to avoid some things that are too difficult until I get, like, upgrades and things. So, first goal, if we want to be safe about it, our first goal should be getting upgrades for our attack. The nice thing that the game does, and I was trying to show it off there, definitely I wasn't trying to pogo. But the nice thing is if you fall into a pit of spikes, it does take you to the last safe ground. Okay, I'm avoiding that area right now for a reason. So I have to remember where some stuff is. New bench. Not super useful to me, but getting that is. There we go. If I remember correctly, this isn't helpful right now. Yeah, okay, so it's up there. But we can get some money down here. So, yeah. Let's make our way to... not the first required boss. I think we're gonna do a optional boss first. Just because it opens up a shop to get us a couple quality of life things. Up here isn't doable yet. More money. And I'm not worried about money at the moment being in my inventory because if I die, well, the money in my inventory is the least of my worries. Trying to think of all of what we need to do before we can get a weapon upgrade. So there are, I think, 2 boss kills that we have to do before then. And that should be it. Technically, I don't even need to do this. Aside from the boss I'm going for being optional in general, I don't need them at all for getting a weapon upgrade. Not useful. I'm just trying to think. We might actually, you know what? We might do first boss. Avoid the optional boss for right now. I was pretty sure that was going to happen. Okay. yeah. Do this. And we're actually gonna do some weird pathing for safety. Okay, rest. Inspect. Toll machine with symbol of a stag, insert 50 geo. Greetings, little one. It's been an age since I last heard the ringing of the station bell. It echoed down the stagways and called me to you. I've grown stiff and tired over these many years, and I've forgotten much, but the sound of the bell will always call me back. These stagways stretch the depths of Hollownest. If you want to travel them, hail me from the platform. I will take you where you need to go. We can go back to town, and let's actually do that real fast, just to grab some mapping supplies. Just to make our life a little bit easier. Because I've got money. And this also opens up the station. Enter.
Bapanada.
Come by a map, have you? It's really my husband you should be dealing with, but what a surprise, he's headed down below. He'll pop back occasionally to deliver new maps for the store, but I do wish he'd spend a little more time up here. I've not much interest in retail myself. Now, let's see what's here for me to sell. Okay, compass. I don't actually need the compass. But there's a whole bunch of stuff to put markers in the map and stuff. I'm really, at the moment, mostly worried about the quill, as that lets us fill out the map as we go about. I know where most of the shopkeepers are, and most of the stagways. Cocoons are actually going to be useful for us, so just kind of a memorized location for where the nearest cocoon is. That's not what I wanted. Oh, actually, while we're here, listen. Of all places to end up, we picked this dreary town. I thought it a temporary stop, then my husband became obsessed with that old ruin. Now he's spending all his time down there. He argues cartography is sound business. But other than you, who's buying? It's fair, Zelda. I'm sorry. I never thought I'd see such a thing. The Stag Station is open. That building lay silent since before even my time. Oh, I've heard the tales of the glorious lines, a web of tunnels running all through the kingdom. Not that I'll be traveling them, mind you. I'm quite content where I am. A young couple just recently taken up residence in the house beside the station. Seems they're running a map shop, which may excite adventurous types like yourself. She's a tall bug, the wife. I told them to take a larger house, especially given they're all empty. But they like the look of that one. The way she has to bend just to get through the door. I wouldn't put up with it myself. No, okay. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. I'm leaving. Let me go. Back to Forgotten Crossroads. Okay. So. All right. Let's go. Okay. There's this gentleman. Ouch. Okay. Wanted to fight him because he's going to be a good, kind of baseline for how we should be able to do against this boss. But again, I'm not going to do the boss right away. We're not going to do things quite in order. I'm going to use a little cheatsy doodle that I know because I've done a few things out of order myself. Oh yeah, I think I've got it. Bye! So yeah, after the first thing he did there, you can actually get out of the boss room. And if you do, you can come over here. We're going to talk to a new friend. New friend, new friend. First of all, sit on the bench. And we will have our map updated, which I haven't even shown you. Yeah, we can see a whole bunch now. Now, normally the map looks like it does in the upper right-hand corner where it's not filled out. Everything that has a filled-in spot is where we've been. And normally the map is a lot smaller than this, as it only shows where Corny's been, and that's not a ton usually. Oh ho! Who is that creeping out of the darkness? My, you're looking grim. A strange, empty face and a wicked-looking weapon. Something important has drawn you down into Hallownest's corpse. But I won't ask what. Perhaps the reason you found me is because you may need my help. Say no more, friend. I'm going to give you a gift, a nasty little spell of my own creation. It's just perfect for a little one like you. Yay, we get our first spell. Vengeful Spirit. Tap RT to unleash the spirit, or you can also tap square because I've got my quick cast on square. We're behind a gate now. Oh ho, you've woken at last. I apologize. Perhaps I should have warned you about the power of that spell. I was watching over you as you slept, but seemed to have slipped away myself. Oh ho. Now we're awake, I was wondering whether you would do me a small favor, not as repayment for the gift, of course, simply because now we're friends. You see, a horrid great beast has made its home inside the heart of this temple. Such disrespect. I would be quite grateful if you were to venture deeper in and slay it for me. It's a hardy creature, but with your new power, you are more than a match for it. Good luck with this small favor, my friend. Oh ho. What is it? Are you wondering about this gate between us? Oh, it's a curious thing, but this door will not open until you've slain that creature lying at the heart of the temple. Don't worry about it. I'm sure the spirits of my ancestors will be watching over you. It's a small favor. Something that we could optionally do, definitely. I'm not going to waste Vengeful Spirit on that. I want that. Roly-polies. Okay. And up and up and... get my money. Roly-poly. Murder a roly-poly. Murder another roly-poly. And again. Yeah. Well, you know. There we go. We're gonna go behind me in a second here. Also, these little places don't really pop up on the map because this is inside a building. We are technically in the Ancestral Mound, though. money, and lifeblood thingy, which gives me 2 extra hearts. Okay. He's gonna do that, and then he gives me a roly-poly. And then that. If you get close to him, he balls up, which is no good. Soul Catcher. A thingamabib. Another charm. Oh-ho, so it's done then. You've slain the beast. The poor thing, it must have been terrified of you. It used to be quite docile, but the rancid air in these caverns filled it with some ancient rage. Still, you did what had to be done. You have my gratitude, of course. We both know you wouldn't have made it through without the spell of mine. Oh-ho. And look, the gate between us has opened. Oh-ho. I'm sure you're eager to move on. Farewell and have faith. Whatever you are seeking, it will find you. Thanks, friend. Oh, I gotta go all the way around. There's a gate there normally. Walk around. And there's Cornifer's little message. And just so see what it looks like, because I probably won't be paying attention most of the time. Sorry I missed you. If you're feeling lost, why not pop up to our store in Dirtmouth and purchase a map of the area available now for an excellent price. Aha, it's mine. Nah, I should get enough soul from just wandering through here. I don't have to explicitly fill up on it. So, hopefully we can hold on to this health. That's going to be the goal, at least. Hold on to the spare health, if we can. Which means I'll probably be a little careful. So I can do that. Okay. So... there are so many things I'm used to being able to do in the video game that I can't right now. That I keep trying to press buttons that it would do something, but they don't. So, as you've noticed, enemies respawn, so I'm not actually going to deal with this big guy again. I don't think I've actually come back and re-come into this boss fight the second time. Oh, it got fixed. Okay, and... oh crap. That was me facing the wrong way. Ouch. And this was why I was invested in Okay. That's why I invested in having the extra hearts, because otherwise I'd be a lot lower than I'd like. And down he goes. Yeah. Okay, and from him, we get the city crest. Also, you gonna do it? Lots of money. Oh, I can hear him. He's getting away. No. Did he already get away? He already got away. The head of his mace is Little Bug. And this is the area we want to go, because I want to make decent time to boss number 2. Because boss number 2 is relatively close. Maybe not the closest, but again, this game's not a short one by any stretch of the imagination. Now the, like, however 60 or so hours I put in my first save was me doing, honestly, the one ending that we were going for is the only one I haven't gotten. And that's because I didn't realize that I had to go get it. Because the first ending, unlocking the second ending blocks your ability to do the first ending. Ouch. Ouch. What do I... We're very close to death. I would rather come back with more health. This room is very good for getting more health. Okay, cool. Neat. I'm not super worried about the 2 geo here, 2 geo there anymore. I'm already surpassed that point. Okay, and then I think this guy should respawn, but... Oh no, he doesn't. He doesn't specifically. Most enemies respawn, but he's special. And he doesn't. This room was entirely safe, but I feel safer with a full health bar. This doesn't have anything. It just got this guy. He was a friend. Now he's dead. He's not a friend. He explodes in orange goo. Doesn't look like anything there. Acid pit. Not getting that money. Oh, and then there's this guy. The other thing of why I'm less worried about money is I do know that eventually you hit a point where you have more money than you know what to do with. Okay. Here's a bench. It's real cool. I'm not even gonna actually sit at it because we're full health. And it's not a checkpoint to us because if we die, we're gone. That's a somebody. And we can't get quite to him yet. So one of the things I really like talking about when I talk about this game is how good the design of both the levels and the enemies are, because it's one of the things that is really cool, that almost all of these enemies in an area teach you about the boss that you're going to fight, with some few exceptions. And some of that is because sometimes there are multiple areas or there are very common enemies. But these guys, for instance, they do their little dash. That's something important to remember. The guys who have their these guys who do their little cloud explosion. That's another thing to just kind of keep in mind how you handle that. And the game is also really good at directing you. Like, kind of giving you breadcrumbs of where to go. Like, right there. These little sheafs of paper. Which, even if you don't quite recognize now, you'll also, if you get closer, you start hearing Cornifer, and you'll know to find him. Isn't this a contrast from the crossroads? Such a humid, lively place. The roads twist and turn in most wonderful ways. I've done my best to chart the area ahead, though I must admit some of the area's inhabitants proved quite a nuisance. Maps do slowly get more expensive. And we can also hear because way up there is a grub. So they use audio design to lead you. They use visual design to lead you. And all of these zones are very unique in their color palettes. Probably not completely all 100% unique. There are a couple zones that are a little similar. But there's a lot of uniqueness. Like, when you compare this to the Crossroads, like, this is so different from the Crossroads. Do I want to... Oh, yeah, I do want to go over here. Here is important for multiple reasons. One... Oh, I forgot. This has to be done to the side. Otherwise, you won't break it. One of those weird rules that the game does have. Blood. What is it? Listen. Tiny squib, you approach fearless. Are you a hunter like me? You feel the urge inside to stalk, to kill, to understand. Then take it, my journal. It will aid you. At first the text may seem difficult to discern, but a learned hunter will come to understand its words. Venture the depths of this land and slay its beasts. Prove yourself worthy to bear the mark of the hunter. Hunter's Journal. This is a big lore thing that will give us a lot of lore if we pay attention to it. So everything that we see will give us some information, and you see this one has two things. It's got timid scavenger that crawls through the caverns looking for food, It also says dull and pathetic, hardly worth killing. This one, however, for the Vengefly, flying predator that pursues its prey relentlessly, the second entry is locked until we defeat 28 more to decipher the hunter's notes. And that's kind of how all of these go. There is an entry for everything in the game. And you can spend a whole bunch of time filling out this whole journal to get a thing here. Which eventually we'll do. I think the first time I walked into this room, I immediately left. I was like, lol, nope. I thought that was a boss or something. Here's a grub. Yeah. Grubs make little sounds. It is also good to note that the game does have a certain amount of knockback on you when you hit something and bounce off, and that's important to know. There's a lot of things that you can like take notice of in the game that helps to make it a little bit easier to get through. And like even here, they are using that other character who shall not be named at the moment to kind of guide us a little bit through this zone. She went out this exit and we're kind of supposed to be going out this exit, but there was another exit back there. If you look at the map, it doesn't show us where we are. We are kind of going from the upper left down, kind of we're doing this kind of clockwise motion. We're in that second uncolored room, and there's a second exit going straight down, but we're going to the exit to the left. We could use the compass, could have bought the compass and used the compass, and the compass will literally just show you on the map. There. But compass is one of our charm slots, and we do have very limited charm slots, especially this early in the game. And I'm relatively familiar with the game's layout at this point. And there is Hornet. There's an area up here. I remember correctly, this is a shorter path that actually has something kind of worthwhile, I think. Is this a shorter path? Is this the path that I'm thinking of, or am I thinking of a path in a different part of the game? I'm thinking of a path in a different part of this video game. Yeah, so... Oh yeah, that's how the respawning rules work, is only little enemies respawn. Like this little guy. In every room change. Most enemies will not respawn because they only respawn when you enter a room for the first... they only respawn when you stop at a checkpoint. Brain has ceased to function. Also, there's a thing down there. How we get it? Because jumping in the acid bath is a bad idea. Which I don't think I've shown yet, that is an acid bath, but it is an acid bath. Again, Hornet's giving us a nice little indication of where we should go. You don't have to go that way, but that is the way to make progress. And again, progress is the name of the game for us. Get through the game with roughly as quickly as possible. Get a symbol of a bench. That opens up this area. Might as well rest. And actually, we should throw on this. So that's Soul Catcher. I'm not going to put on Fury of the Fallen. So Soul Catcher means that we get more soul per hit. Soul being our little gauge that we use for healing and for spells. Ouch. I don't know if those guys, the ones who do that kind of 4-directional, if they have a counterpart move in the bosses in this area. They get used later, though. They are teaching you about a boss, but it's a boss that is entirely optional and very much later. Okay. That's where we're at. Oh, there's lore up there. Game, I wanted the lore. Give me the lore. The greater mind once dreamed of leaf and cast these caverns so. In every bush and every vine, the mind of Un reveals itself to us. Who is Un? We'll meet Un later. Maybe. It'll be a while since. I'm being reckless. I'm being reckless. Don't be reckless like me. Bad idea. I don't think there's anything down here. This is the only thing is there are a couple areas that are like, something should be here. But also most of the time when there's like, this is an area that feels like there's something that should be here. There is something there, you just haven't found it yet. We are going to do this optional boss just because it's over here. And everyone should learn to understand why Zode is both the best and worst character in the game. So, and I've already got the achievement for killing Zode. So, that's Zode. Let's go help Zode. Come on, get down here, you. Oh, that was my fault. That was also my fault. We killed it. Yay. Come on. You're alive, I know you are. Just, what do you think you're doing? You dare to come between me and my prey. Is it a habit of yours to scurry about getting in the way and causing bother? Know this, cur. I am Zote the Mighty, a knight of great renown. Cross me again and you'll find out why they call my weapon Life Ender. What are you still bothering me for? I'm a knight. I'm not interested in your childish games. I need my rest. Begone, lest I draw my nail. Have fun, Zoe. Bye! So that's Zoe. He's interesting and unique. Here's how you're supposed to fight these guys. If you're not just going to use magic to spam them down. Ta-da! There we go. I don't... Oh, there is a thing over here. There's lore. The green children walked from the dream unto these lands. Here we now shall wait, patient, for the call to return. Okay. And there is other stuff here. Like, there's a knight with a grug behind him, but I don't want to do that right now. I want to be a little bit buffer for all of that. There's that, which we're going to go see a little bit. There's also a little sign pointing us to the stag station. And if you notice, there are many of these signs. These signs point to where important things are. I'm fairly good on soul and everything, so I should be fine for this next segment. So this gives us stag. My, this place is much changed since I last saw it. The greenery grows so wild, the stations like to become consumed by it. Eager to travel the stagways, just hop on the platform, give me the signal, and we'll be on our way. Not right now, buddy. We have something else I must do here. Cut the grass, cut the grass, cut the grass. Come no closer, ghost. I've seen you creeping through the undergrowth, stalking me. This old kingdom, a terrible thing awakens. I can smell it in the air. I know what you are. I know what you tried to do. I cannot allow it. This is Hornet. So, Hornet uses a whole bunch of different moves from enemies in the area. There's that one, which is kind of like the puffballs. That one, which is like the little squids that do a quick... The dash is kind of all her own, but also it's kind of not all that unique. I'm not doing well either. For as much as I've done of this game, this is not me doing well. Okay. Okay. But I am also used to a slightly different kit of abilities. Because towards the end of the game, you have a lot more options. And muscle memory's coming back. Ta-da! Hi. Bye. Inspect. The Mothwing Cloak. Press B to dash forwards. Use the cloak to dash quickly along the ground or through the air. Gotta dash. What's it seek to break the seals? They cannot be undone. They must be undone. Let us sleep, little shadow. Return to your darkness. Allow us our peace. Which reminds me, I should go see a friend that we haven't seen yet, because I was too quick to go through Forgotten Crossroads that I avoided talking to an NPC. Good one. Oh, actually, this is a thing. Let me see. Actually, he might be moved now to his second location. Because he does have 2 locations. Oh, he's got many locations, to be quite honest. He moves around. And he might be in here. He is! Hello. Oh, hello there. Seems we both tread far from the path. I can hardly believe those dusty old highways led to such a lush and lively place. This building suggests some form of worship, though its idol has clearly been long forgotten. Doubles equally well for a moment's respite. Yep. I don't need it, but that's Quirrell. There's also this gentleman. I'm gonna leave that gentleman alone. And we're gonna go this way. We're gonna go back where we came. So that is an area that we'll deal with later to get. And we may or may not deal with it, actually. Be quite honest. At least, to get the first ending. If we go for second or third ending, then we might, but second or third ending is a little bit away. Okay, so there we go. And now we would like to go to the Forgotten Crossroads. So we want to go down out of here. So this is all of Green Path that we've gone through. There's a bunch more to Green Path. Well, not a bunch more. There's more to Green Path. State that. We're not going to be doing it right now. I'm not worried about doing Green Path right at this moment. I want to go do the Fungal Wastes, which should be the next area that we're going to. I think. Again, the goal is to get the first upgrade to our nail as quickly as possible. Now we have this. Dash makes getting around just a bit smoother. And just a little bit speedier. So, map-wise, okay, yeah, that's down this way, then down this way to this room. The one that we couldn't deal with before, we can now deal with. Also, just gonna take a second. Look at that sign. An interesting sign. Maybe it means something. Don't think we can, yeah, we can't do anything in this room right now. Welcome to the Fungal Wastes. Here's these boys. They really have no boss equivalent. They're just kind of a spewy guy. A spewy boy. See? Oh, ouch. Let's go to the city. Ouch. This is why you should always look down before you just leap. Look before you leap. I'm actually gonna do that so I can get some more thing. Ouch. Okay, and grab that, and this, and this, and... If I do this right, it's fairly easy to get down. Oh, you get to meet a friend. A friend. Don't try and sneak past me, I can smell you. You collect a lot of Geo? Give me Geo and I can show you something nice. Pay to see something nice? 86 Geo. This is Leg Eater. We're gonna pay to see something nice. Let me show you them. Take a look. Do you want them? If you really, really want them, I'll trade them for more Geo. More Geo. Fragile Heart. This precious thing, a beautiful charm, it made it for you. If you hold it, you'll feel a lot healthier. If you're afraid of dying, you need this charm. A very special and valuable charm. Do you want to find more Geo? Hold this charm and go hunting. Then bring any Geo you find back to me. You're weak, aren't you? You should give me Geo. If you do, I'll give you this charm I made. It'll make you stronger. Your enemies and everything else will fear you at last. So I'm actually going for this, because this is one of the best charms for us. So the fragile charms are bad if you're going to die, because they break on death. But we're not gonna die, and if we die, well, it's all gone anyways. So, who cares? But Leg Eater's a good friend to have. Let's go to town. These guys, they're the best. I forget that they leave a trail behind them. I just love them. Wow. Wow. And they're their little children. Look at all this. The people we've met so far. People that we've murdered so far. Oh yeah, we don't have a map here. I was like, where am I on the map? I forgot. There's not been a map yet. There we go. And we're killing things faster. As we... Oh, I hate these. Oh, that worked. That was functionally working. Ouch. I don't know if this is the way I... Oh, this is better. This is a good place to be. Oh no! Aha! The tiny steps of a tiny creature. You got the look of an adventurer, so we've much in common. Searching for dangerous places, aye? Well, you're on the right track. A long-necked critter warned me of a tribe deeper down, warrior sorts, so she says, and I'm itching for some serious combat. This is Cloth. Keep sharp, my adventurous friend. Stay alive and let's meet again on the road ahead. This is Cloth, a very good friend. Pogo. Can't remember if there's... Okay. He's still alive. He is. Oh, and I was too close to him. Oh, I was still too close to him. Come back, friend. Hornet. That's not fair. Here ends the pilgrim's way. Honest's heart lay open before you. Proceed onward to share in its glory. Well, can't go that way. But there was this way. Yeah, I need to heal up from all of my shenanigans. This is giving me very, very heavy flashbacks to a point where... So I did a real silly challenge at one point. And we're going to drop down here. If you can get up here via pogoing, specifically via pogoing on your shade, which your shade is what you leave when you are killed, which is not very useful to us. You can get into an area that requires the dash, and even getting here without the dash, that's a special kind of special. It requires utilizing the fact that your spell that you have actually pushes you backwards. Just a smidge. And if you're good enough with it, you can utilize that to actually move. Hello, Corny. Ah, my short friend, you've caught me at a perfect time. I'm just about finished charting these noxious caverns. Very territorial types make their homes within this area. I'd suggest avoiding them wherever possible. Further below, some strange thin creatures gave me quite the scare. They seemed an intelligent bunch. In my youth, I'd braved their caves, but I fear my matured physique wouldn't be able to outrun them were they to turn violent. Fungal wastes. So now we have our map. I think I know where I'm at. Yep. Welcome to the Queen's Station. Yep. I think it's up here. No, this is... Listen. Oh, come in search of treats, have you? I chanced upon a unique little fungus growing right above us. I found it only in this station, and the taste is just divine. We can't get up there, though, so not useful to us. Insert 120 geo to get a stag. So now we've got another stag station over here. Yeah, there's a way to get into this station from here. And if you don't have the dash, you can't get into fungal wastes. And even if you do have the dash, apparently it's more difficult than it should be, as I'm failing to actually utilize my dash. But you can use your spell, because your spell has a little bit of knockback. You can use that, and you can get across there to get into fungal wastes. Without actually having dash. This was me doing an attempted run to beat the game before, well, it wasn't to beat the game. It was to get as far as I could in the game without killing bosses. So it was kill as few bosses as I feasibly could. And so it was a decision between the main decision that I had to kind of make was, how do I progress without actually, I don't even really want to go this way. How do you progress without getting dash? Because Hornet is a boss that I didn't want to fight, and I knew there were ways around it. In older times, in older patches, it was even easier. Well, I say easier. It was... yeah, it was probably a little bit easier. Back when some of the things that I was trying to do, you could, like, pogo on particle effects, on certain particle effects, which would mean that you could use some explosions as, like, points to bounce off of. I didn't really get to utilize that, though. Okay, I'm trying to get something that I know is... There we go. And get us another grub friend. Okay. There we go. And heal up. That was not what I wanted to do. Okay. So the reason that I wanted to be able to get up there is because that gives you access to a later zone from a different entrance that requires less skill. Well, not less skill. It requires more skill, but it requires less abilities. So these guys are teaching you some boss skills. Sort of. But it's probably going to be a hot minute before we deal with the bosses that they're going to try and teach us out. Wanderers seeking death, welcome. You may find swift end upon our claws. Is there a thing that I'm supposed to do? Or is that not here? No, that's not here. I don't know why I was thinking of something. I'm probably thinking of a later portion of the game. So now we're going to start seeing these guys pretty frequently in here. So no, well, I did dash through him there. Your dash is not invulnerable, but you do have a certain amount of protection after your dash. Okay. Not after your dash, after you've been damaged. That's what my brain... Okay. So then we're gonna go over here. Dash over here. This is the area that you can get to via another method if you don't have dash. But I'm going to show you what you need to do to get the item that I was coming for. So there's that guy. You need to pogo across. No. Do you need to pogo across him? Can't remember. You do need to pogo across. Oh no, you've got to do worse. Now I remember. You have to hit this and get all the way back here without killing all these guys. Which, trust me, is an accomplishment. This guy you can kill. But the flying ones, you need to leave them alive so you can come back here, jump up here, pogo across them to get over to here, to which you can jump, jump, jump. Come on. Kill him. Jump, jump. Fall down and pick up the Mantis Claw. While sliding against a wall, press A to jump again. Jump from wall to reach new areas. So, now we do a little slide down walls, and we can use it to wall jump. Wall jump unlocked. Which, once you have Mantis Claw, you have access to so much. So, it was going to be a big opener for the game to get to a particular area that I kind of needed it for. Get the item I was looking for. But I think this is where I kind of got stopped. The truce remains, our vigil holds, the beasts are kept at bay. So, actually, I want to... These little things are little challenges, like platforming challenges. While this one is necessary because you need to be able to get to this lever. There's more of them very similarly laid out to kind of like test your skills with new abilities and stuff. It is mighty helpful. There's a big hole now. We're not going to go into the big hole, because the big hole leads to a hole thing. But we're now up here. There's a weird little tree thing. And this, a Wanderer's Journal. Okay, now we get over here. So that's where, this is that area that I was trying to get up for. But I want to go up here again. I think this is where I want to be. No, this is not where I want to be. I want to be up even higher. And I want to go back to where we last saw Hornet. So, the game actually even based on, so based on dialogue and stuff, because you can find Quirrell hanging out in Queen's Station, and he'll tell you to go do what I'm about to do, which is go find a blacksmith to upgrade your nail. That's also very kind that they do this. This gives us a bridge, at least a halfway point bridge. And I did not do that quite as easily every time I've done this before. Okay, large statue. There is a socket on its chest. Insert the city crest. And this also looks kind of like the false knight. Like maybe he got his armor from somewhere else. And then we get trapped in. There's also up here, which I've never went through this in my normal playthrough. There's a little geocache up here. And the ground does a little shake, which that's important. And welcome to what will probably be one of the prettiest areas. It's debatable. There's a lot of pretty areas in this game. This one's a good one to pronounce. Rather pretty. We're not quite to the real good portion. Oh yeah, I can't get out there yet. Mary is that again. Now we have bugs with nails. More bugs with nails. I guess we've run into a couple, but these guys are new. These little bat things are obnoxious. Like, they're a great enemy. Also because they make a little peeping noise, and my brain's not... That's nothing like what they sound like. They actually remind me of the grubs, which is a big deal because there's a lot of times that I will confuse them for grubs. The great gates have been sealed. None shall enter, none shall leave. Okay. Note, and I don't know if you noticed, there's spikes on the top of this elevator. It's worth noting that. The capital lies before us, my friend. What a somber place it seems, and one that holds answers to many a mystery. I too have felt the pull of this place, though now I sit before it, I find myself hesitant to descend. Is it fear, I wonder, or something else that holds me back? And this is just a good theme. A slight little bit of rain. There's some really good music. The theme here is real good. And our knight who's fallen asleep. And we can go. Drop down. This is what I was thinking the other area was. We could have technically gone under the elevator, and was probably what we should have done, so we didn't have to call it back up. Down we go. Now, I will point out, the water here looks different than it did in Green Path. So in Green Path, the water was greenish yellow, and it's an important difference. This water is just fine. It is not, it's not boily, acidy, gonna hurt us. Nails. I'm hoping I have enough money for this. House. That looks like its occupant. Have you brought me another nail to be honed? Leave it on the ground and return later if you're still breathing. Oh, I thought you were someone else. After a nailsmith, are you? Well, you've found one. I'm not much for talk, but if it's a nail that needs repair, then you've come to the right place. Right bug. Your own nail is in quite a sorry state. It's obviously not one of mine. Still, anything can be refined with enough effort and skill, even that broken blade. If you'd like, I can reforge your nail. It'll make the blade far more deadly. Pay Geo to strengthen the nail. As you wish. I'll get to work then. There we go. The reforging is complete. I've honed your nail's edge. You'll find it much stronger than it used to be. Head out there and test its strength against your foes. Okay. I need to look up one thing. That one's not useful. That one's not useful. That's probably the easiest one to get. So to upgrade our nail again, we're going to need something called pale ore. And now, our nail should do a decent bit more damage. So now we're taking out those little Venge Flies in one hit. And I don't have a map for this area, I'm realizing that. Even these knights are just 2 hits for us. Normally they'd be more than that. If we weren't using Fragile Strength. Normally they're 3 hits. But we're using Fragile Strength, which makes us just a little bit stronger than normal. Let's get out here. Again we meet, little ghost. I'm normally quite perceptive. You, I underestimated, though. I've since guessed the truth. You've seen beyond the kingdom's bounds. Yours is a resilience born of 2 voids. It's no surprise, then, you've managed to reach the heart of this world. In doing so, you shall know the sacrifice that keeps it standing. If knowing that truth, you'd still attempt a role in Hallownest perpetuation, seek the grave in ash and the mark it would grant to one like you. Inspect. Memorial to the Hollow Knight. In the black vault far above, through its sacrifice, Hallownest last eternal. Black Egg Temple added to the map. Which if we look, now it's there. So, technically, Hornet is referencing how you get access to the other endings. You do not need to go to the Grave in Ash heavily just to finish the game. Because that gives you access to an area that's not... So, like, about half of this game is optional. I'd say. Yeah, probably about half. They're a good way to get... My brain's trying to remember how to get through here. We need to get up. Uppus. Not helpful to look at the map that we do not have. We can't go past Hornet, right? Where Hornet was? I want to say that that was blocked off. Can't go through there because I don't have a simple key. And that doesn't actually bring me anywhere I want to go anyways. But yeah, this is blocked off. Because that's the second half of the city, which we don't want to be in anyways. To be quite honest, it's not very helpful. Not having the map is not super helpful at the moment, because this is where my brain's like, it's been a long time since I did this portion of the game. Oh, so by the way, did I mention these guys can fly? At least some of them can fly. Or they don't want to fall down. Is there a good way to get up here? Yeah, there is. There's an item up there. This item is a Hallownest seal, which is useful later. Oh, goodbye. You've got to go around this area a little bit of a specific way. Otherwise, you will not be able to get anywhere. And actually, let's drop down here and open up this door, and let's go see this new friend, Relic Seeker Lem. Aye. Come searching for rare items, have you? Well, hands off. This collection is mine, and I won't be selling to grubby little wanderers. Still, I imagine you come across many interesting items in your travels. Maybe you'd care to part with some? I'll offer you fair trade for each. This is what Wanderer's Journal and Honest Seals are for. A Wanderer's Journal, eh? They're common finds about the kingdom. I enjoy the deciphering of the text. Read together, they paint a morbid tale. It seems fate was unkind to most who travel within a Hallownest ruin. Hallownest Seal. A Hallownest Seal, eh? Very interesting, this. Do you know of the kingdom's 5 great knights? They're revered figures of Hallownest, often mentioned in the annals of the kingdom, but only as a group. Both their names and appearances seem to have been expunged from history. So long has passed since their time. It'd be a grand achievement to discover their identities. Looks like you don't have any relics on you. If you manage to find any in good condition, bring them to me, and I'll give you a fair amount of geo for them. No touching the antiques. My stock is not for sale. Still, if you manage to come upon any interesting trinkets during your travels, I may be willing to trade. Step over to the counter here, and I'll see what you've got. Yeah, you can talk to every NPC, which I did not recognize for, like, the first half of my first playthrough. Probably even longer than that. Okay, there's that, and these guys are annoying. You won't get to see why, because I will kill them faster than they can do anything. What's over here? Is there nothing over here? Just to hear that air. You can wonder what it is. Where that nice sounding grub is. hear that? Sounds like a grub. It's not. One of them. And I think that's like a direct choice to make those guys sound like that, because they're often like some dead-end rooms like that it feels like a trap. And I think it distinctly is supposed to be. Okay, I'm gonna drop down, open up that. So now there's another way up. But there's more places to go. 2 of them. And a rancid egg. And another one. And a bunch of geo. And this little alcove, which doesn't have much in it, and then we can make our way back up to the top. And this way, which takes us towards another boss, actually. Hi, little grub. Okay. That which takes us to another thing, which we can't do right now. And we can see Corny's paper and a bench sign. Insert 150 geo for the bench. Isn't this a change from those twisting natural caverns? The rain does cast something of a sadness upon it all, but the architecture is simply splendid. Charting such a different space is quite the challenge, though one I've eagerly undertaken. Perhaps you'd care to purchase a copy of my achievements so far? Now we have the map, which we're gonna go this way. And Zote, boy, watch where you're going, you soggy vagabond. I don't want you splashing me. I've had a miserable time trying to keep dry. I am Zote the Mighty, a knight of great renown. If I decide that I'm going to stay dry, then that's what's going to happen. Curse this wretched city, water and monsters constantly fall from above. It's no wonder this blasted kingdom fell to ruin. Have you seen them, the guards who still patrol the city even after dying? Being overly devoted to one's duty is no virtue. That's Zote. He's great. There we slide over here. Open this. This was actually back towards the beginning, if you remember correctly. Hey, is he gonna actually do his thing that I hate so much? I'm gonna let him do it. He's not doing it. Come on. There. They throw him. Which is so obnoxious. I don't know how that didn't hit me, I'm gonna be honest. That's not gonna work. There's more to that room, but I don't care about it right now. Let's do this real fast. Grab this, which I think, yeah, it's just a Wanderer's Journal. Trying to decide what we should go for next in terms of stuff. So, this gives us access back up to the outside because this is an actual station. So we can go back to the Queen Station, do Mantis Village. We could do, there's a boss in City of Tears that we haven't gotten towards. Trying to think if there's any way for us to get to where I would like to go. There are some things, even though they're technically optional, that I do want to do. So, because they'll better prepare us for the end of the game. So, we could do... You know what? Let's do that. So, we're going to... That first optional boss that I kind of passed over, we're going to go do that, because that gives us access to 2 different bosses. And I completely skipped over his text, thinking it was a repeat, and it's not, based on this location. But you know what? If you want to see it for yourself, either try and pause, or better yet, actually buy the game, because it's worth it. So I should mention that hidden walls are a thing this game really loves. And it's worth getting used to just slapping at all the walls. These are actually an early guy that you can run into that has a nail and shell. That's a new symbol. Oh, that worked. I did not mean to fall that far down. There we go. Okay, and then if we go down here, tram. This is a tram. Hey, look, there's a tram. I don't think going down any further is going to be super helpful because I think this... Oh, no, this is actually where I wanted to be. Okay. It's a boss. That's what it looks like when you already know what this boss does and you have strength upgrades. Ta-da! Okay, we want to go into this building real fast here. But, Yep. Oro, you oaf. You wield your nail like a club. Esme, how much deeper do we have to go? Oh, what? Who are you? I see. This old village? What a strange dream to have led me down here. If you hadn't found me, I don't think I'd ever woken. I'm Sly. Usually I live an uneventful life up in Dartmouth. The air in these ruins doesn't agree with me, so I'd best be getting back. If you return above, come and see me. I'm probably the friendliest face left there, and I can thank you properly for your good deed. You're exploring, then? Very brave. Plenty of courageous wanderers have been lost to to the hunger of these old cabins. You have your nail, though, and I can tell just by looking at you, you know how to wield it. That's Sly. We'll go see Sly later. Now we're gonna see another character. Oh, you surprised me. Hello, hello. Come in, sweetling. Come in and make yourself at home. I'm Salubra, and this is my cozy little charm store. Did the townsfolk out there tell you to come and visit me? Yes. This is a lovely little village, isn't it? Warm and intimate and full of life. Not really anymore, but you've probably been here for a while. What were we talking about? Oh, yes, charms. I can see you've started your own collection. Very nice. I'll show you some of my own, and you can take one home with you if you like. Lifeblood heart. It just gives us a little bit of lifeblood when we start. Long nail. Gives us a little bit of extra nail reach. Steady body. We do not take as much knockback. Shaman Stone, kind of like the Soul Catcher, but better. Quick Focus. It gives us a little bit faster heals. And then once we have 5 charms, we can buy a charm notch. 10 charms, we get another one. And 18 charms, another one. And 25, we get another one. So out of these, I do actually want Long Nail. The Long Nail is super helpful. I don't know if I'm going to take it right yet, but, do you wear a lot of charms at once? It's a lot of fun, isn't it? Mixing and matching them to get the perfect combination. I don't know whether you've noticed, but some charms seem to like each other. When charms like each other, they shine even brighter and sing even more sweetly. Even more reason to try all sorts of fun and surprising combinations of charms. You'll show me whenever you have a new favorite, right? Okay. So that's Salubra. She's there. She exists. I don't think we can use Long Nail without getting another charm notch. Without being dangerous, I should preface. Because you can do it. Just dangerous. And maybe I'll show you what overcharming looks like, and then explain what it does without actually showing you what it does, because showing you what it does is not something that you want to do in Steel Soul. In any other one, it wouldn't be a big deal. In a normal run. And actually, even in some things that you can do, even in a Steel Soul run late game, it's actually better to overcharm yourself than not. But that's way later and past the first ending. Well, I guess it doesn't necessarily have to be past the first ending, but I'm not going to go do God Home stuff, which God Home was an extra expansion that is how you access ending number 4. You know what? I'm just gonna tag station. So there is one more boss in there that does have a decent useful item if you go and kill them. But I'm not feeling confident enough to go try it. Not on base number of masks. Hello, Sly. Ah, hello, I knew we'd meet again. How do you like my cozy little store? I have made myself pretty comfortable here, selling old trinkets to travelers like yourself. If you're planning a trip below, I have several items that may improve your chances of survival. This old thing, merely a fragment of something larger. Still, maybe you can make some use of it. A piece of a soul vessel, you know, those ghastly-looking orb things? I don't really like the aura about it, but it's quite rare, so I'll have to charge you a high price. Simply a simple key. It'll fit a variety of locks, which is useful if you like to poke around in places you don't belong. Gathering Swarm. Do you like do you find yourself leaving a lot of geo behind as you hurry through the caverns? This charm will make sure that any loose change finds its way back to you. Oh no, this is the one that keeps you from being knocked around. What was the other one that I very quickly bounced around? I don't remember. And then Orion Stag. Mask shard, sure. Let's grab that. You need 4 mask shards to get another mask. Kind of like heart pieces. I found another of these. If you look closely, there's some nice engraving work on them. I suspect I undercharged last time, and this is the only one left. It's gonna cost you. Oh, actually, I should talk to Sly. Much as this isn't like a lower focus playthrough. You found a new nail, then. It looks like a much finer weapon than the last. Oh, this is the same nail, but it's been honed by someone extremely skilled. A nail is an extension of yourself. It's an instrument by which we shape the world around us. It's a sacred duty to keep its edges sharp. Sorry, I shouldn't ramble on like that. Let's talk Geo instead. I never talked to him, because that shows a little bit more of his personality. Ooh, hello. Hail thing. You wear that nail with ease. If you're in search of combat, you'll find no greater warriors in this decaying burrow. I've heard an arena exists somewhere below, one built for our like. Meet me there and we'll test what skills you possess. I'll be down soon. Come and find me if you dare. Hollow Nest, what challengers await in its ruin? Hollow Nest seal. Okay, so we've done a bit today. So we've cleared out Green Path. All of the bosses in Green Path are done. We've done 2 of the bosses in the Forgotten Crossroads. 2 of technically 4. But the other 2, one of them is very late, and the other one is just hard, especially as early on as we are and with as few life upgrades. We've done no bosses in City of Tears or Fungal Waste, and we have pretty good access to both of them. It's just a decision of which one I think will be easier and more rewarding. I'm thinking maybe City of Tears to do first, because that's kind of the order that I did initially, and it kind of feels like the order the game kind of pushes you towards. So all 3 of my notches are used at the moment. So you can... oh, I think I have to have a notch available. If I do this, grab like this one, since I have a notch available, not gonna let me. It's not gonna let me. But break it. Now I'm overcharmed. Overcharmed. I don't actually think I can use... I could use them both together, but that's a bad idea. So when you're overcharmed, you take double damage, which is dangerous. But let's make our way back to City of Tears. Back to the city storerooms. And with this, I'm gonna take a seat here, and I think this is where I'm gonna leave this off. As much as I enjoyed this, I really need to eat something, and we're kind of close to our end time anyways, and I don't want to eat too late, otherwise I'm gonna have problems going to bed and all that. Be a responsible adult and all that. That being said, if you guys have enjoyed this, we're gonna be playing this until probably either I die or I beat it. So I'm thinking I'll carve out at least, so I'll do, no matter what, next stream is going to be this. And if I die early in that one, I might make another attempt. But if I die towards the end of that stream, I'll probably just call it quits and we'll pick up with Ori and the Will-O-the-Wisps after that. If I survive, we'll keep doing this until I don't. So that's kind of the plan for how this is going to go. So hope you guys have enjoyed. I really do adore this game, so it's really fun to be back here after a very long time. I think I played this game in 2018, so it's been like 5 years. Damn, it's been 5 years. Dang. And that might not even be right, but yeah. So it's been a while, and it's fun to be back. I do enjoy this game. It's very pretty and very fun. So if you've never played it, it is worth picking up. It might even be on Game Pass for Xbox, and I think it might even be part of the PlayStation Plus offerings on PlayStation 5. I'm not positive about the PlayStation, though. I'm pretty sure, though, it's on Game Pass. So, hope you guys have enjoyed. See you guys next time for some more Hollow Knight. Bye! Thanks for watching, VOD watchers. I've definitely stolen this habit from Barry because it's a very good habit. Because I do appreciate you guys so much, and it's nice to have this little moment to say thank you. So, hope you guys have a good day. Bye.